You can see the cloud cover. There's hardly anything out there. We had a few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday. We had some of those lingering contrails from the jet planes crisscrossing the sky because we had that blanket of moisture high aloft yesterday afternoon, and contrails go through those, and they don't evaporate because they're in very moist air, so it made some pretty sights yesterday.
Mainstream media would have you believe that these clouds are perfectly normal. Do they look normal to you? They're often referred to as high cirrus clouds or high thin wispy clouds. Listen for those words.
A few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday. The satellite map, we actually have moisture approaching from the west, but most of this is high-level moisture. It's those high, thin clouds that'll shield the sun or make it look kind of hazy, and we're going to see a lot of that during the day tomorrow. But I'm not expecting clouds thick enough here to produce any precipitation, unfortunately, not tomorrow.
People who have studied this phenomenon suggest possibly that the barium salts sprayed from the aircraft may even prevent rainfall through absorbing the moisture from the clouds, causing severe droughts in certain areas and wildfires.
And yep, the dew points are way down the low 20s. They've fallen off the table. We had some below zero numbers out there in West Texas this afternoon. Right now, single digits for them, just powder, dry. And a few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday.
Weather manipulation to stop rainfall, is that possible?
Of course.
Yuck. A few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday.
In just a moment. First of all, outside we do have lots and lots of clouds. Here's the visible satellite picture and maybe a couple of breaks in the clouds off to the west right here, but otherwise we are pretty well socked in. And take a look at Viper right now, and as we were just talking about, there are
weather manipulation to stop rainfall, is that possible?
Of course.
Yuck.
Wait.
Just powder, dry. And you can see the cloud cover. There's hardly anything out there. We had a few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday. We had some of those lingering contrails from the jet planes crisscrossing the sky because we had that blanket of moisture high aloft yesterday afternoon, and contrails go through those, and they don't evaporate because they're in very moist air, so it made some pretty sights yesterday.
Did anyone notice the slick propaganda he just used to convince you these clouds are normal?
A few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday. This will be the second driest year ever in San Antonio's history.
Weather manipulation to stop rainfall, is that possible?
Of course.
Yuck. A few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday.
People are generally unaware of the activities in the sky. The average person will never look up. I often wonder, are these planes spraying Prozac on us?
Its location and kind of interesting. We were talking about this at 5 o'clock. We were talking about the canyons. We had some of those lingering contrails from the jet planes crisscrossing the sky because we had that blanket of moisture high aloft yesterday afternoon, and contrails go through those, and they don't evaporate because they're in very moist air, so it made some pretty sights yesterday. Up north, temperatures are down, just powder, dry. And you can see the cloud cover. There's hardly anything out there. We had some of those lingering contrails from the jet planes crisscrossing the sky because we had that blanket of moisture high aloft yesterday afternoon, and contrails go through those, and they don't evaporate because they're in very moist air, so it made some pretty sights yesterday. Up north, temperatures are down.
Mainstream media wants us to believe that this is normal. People, please look up. Pay attention to the media. You can always tell when the planes are going to spray the next day. Remember, high cirrus cloud. And don't forget,
high, thin, wispy clouds.
Normally when they say that, there'll be activity the next day. Now, this is the gentleman that woke me up, Alex Jones. Check out his website at prisonplanet.com. We don't know if it's military aircraft that are doing the spraying, or we're not sure if it's civilian aircraft. Look at this devastating effect. This is one pass by. They'll do one cloud, then clear sky, and then they'll do another layer of cloud on the other side. We know that it's not helicopters that are doing it. They're too low and they don't have the apparatus. This is the people that spread the news.
Of course.
And this is obviously more high, thin, whiskey clouds.
Few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday. Few high, thin, wispy clouds yesterday. Few high, thin, wispy clouds
The spraying is rumored to stop the production of rain. There's all kind of rumors. Weather modification.
Just powder, dry.
The HARP technology. For those of you who don't know what HARP is, Google it.
Of course.
I just know something's not right with the skies. I don't remember it being like this. These clouds here have the ripple effect. Crisscross. Tic-tac-toe, they love to do that. I've been told that they use these markings for satellite references. Sometimes you'll see crosses or X's in the sky. But never mind, it doesn't exist. It's okay. Go back to sleep.
Okay. Ma'am, have you noticed the activity in the air with the planes spraying the chemtrails and the chemtrails?
Yeah, I have.
Do you know what they're doing up there?
They're spraying for bugs.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, well,